time to go back to school. Hello all my magical friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a magical unboxing for you. We have finally received Geek Gear Wizardry's back to school box. This box has been really delayed due to the actual boxes themselves, not so much the items this time around, but the actual box itself. But it has finally arrived, and as always, I am really excited to get into this box. Don't forget, if you are new and you haven't done it already, to please hit the subscribe button to become part of my little magical community, and turn the notification bells on as well to be notified every time I upload a video. And you can always go and check me out on my social media. A big shout out as well to my patrons. You guys are amazing. If you are interested in joining us on Patreon, the link is in the description down below. You can go and check it out. Okay, so yes, Geek Gear Wizardry's back to school box. It has also come with a separate one box as well, so we'll look at that in just a moment. But first of all, let's actually look at the box itself. So of course we have like this brick design going all the way around the box, and then we have this like parting of the bricks where you can see Diagon Alley. I'm assuming it's Diagon Alley anyway. It's not as sort of brightly coloured as I expect Diagon Alley to be. But yeah, it's obviously going to be a Diagon Alley sort of peering through the actual bricks there as well. The box itself feels like it's got a decent weight to it. It's definitely not like too heavy, but it's got a bit of a decent weight to it. And of course, then we have the separate one box. So I'm wondering, should I go with the box first or should I go with the wand? I'm going to go with the wand actually. I normally always start with the boxes, but today I'm feeling a little bit on the rebel side, so I'm going to go for the wand first. So let's see what we have. I'm going to pull it out of here. Okay, ooh, the wand box this time doesn't have the unique wand logo that it normally has. We have just a plain black box this time around. Not mad about it, just something that I've noticed. It doesn't have the logo. That's okay, but let's have a little look at the wand together for the first time. Let's see what we have. Okay, this is really cool. Oh my god, we actually have a wand that is like a Nimbus 2000. Is it a wand or is it just a Nimbus 2000 replica? Because either way, I'm ecstatic with that. I would actually display this as a Nimbus 2000 replica. I mean, how cool is that? This is awesome. I mean, look at the handle on this thing. Obviously, we've got like the broom. What do you call this part of a broom? To me, the whole thing is just a broom. I don't have like separate names for the different parts. What is this bit called, people? People that know, what are they called? We've even got like the end that's sort of designed like almost like a pointy bit, but it's kind of got this little bridge on here as well. I really like that. I think as a wand, it's quite quirky and fun. I mean, it's quite comfortable to hold. This part is quite chunky, so it's really easy to grip. It's not too much of a weighted wand towards the end, but this part definitely has a little bit more weight to it. I think that's really fun. I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like that. Well, that's a really fun and unique start to this box. That has made me really smile. I really like that. But we do now have the box itself. So as always, I will give you guys the first sneaky peek. Let's see what we have. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I can see something that looks like Hedwig. What are you? Okay, this is a really crinkled up looking Hedwig. I'm almost scared. What is this? You can see it's kind of all crinkled and I don't know what this is, like a vacuum pack Hedwig? I need my trusty scissors to get in this. Oh, this is going to be a little Hedwig plushie, isn't it? Because I can see as I've pulled it. Oh, look how satisfying is that. Sorry, it's the small things that make me smile. I am a very easily pleased person sometimes. This is so cute. We have a very shocked looking Hedwig mind. I'm not going to lie. It does look like the Hedwig in the back of the Fort Anglia when Ron and Harry are flying to Hogwarts and the Hogwarts Express is like right behind them and Hedwig kind of turns around and she's like, this isn't going to end well, boys. Let's turn it around, shall we? But this is too adorable. I really like this. It's really squishy. It's really fluffy. He does have a very, or she does have a very shocked look on her face, but I think this is really cute. This is something I probably will end up handing over to my little boy because I do have my very own Hedwig, which is sat right up there. You can't quite see her, but she's very, very beautiful. And my little boy now is nearly 4 and he's starting to get a little bit into Harry Potter. So I think he will have a really, really good time with this thing. I think he'll love this and take it to bed with him and cuddle it all the time. So yeah, this is a really sweet little item as well. I really like that. There we are, Hedwig. You can watch in amazement as I unbox the rest. Okay, now I'm seeing a t-shirt and I think I can see the design straight away on this. I'm thinking that we're kind of having a similar design from the t-shirt as we see on the box. So let's have a closer look. Am I right? Yes, I am. Right, so yeah, basically this is just a Diagon Alley kind of print that we kind of see on the box peering through the bricks, but obviously we don't have the bricks on this one. For me, this t-shirt is probably not my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. It's not very recognizable as Diagon Alley enough for me to go, yes, this is Diagon Alley. Like the end here would normally be Gringotts Bank. That doesn't really look like Gringotts to me. I do really like the colors on this, all the oranges and the blues and the yellows and things. But yeah, for an actual Harry Potter t-shirt design, not my favorite one. It's not Harry Pottery enough for me. I think if the Gringotts was visible in the background, it would be a lot better. But yeah, it's not a terrible design. It's just not a very Harry Pottery design, if that makes sense. Next, I am seeing a notebook. So this is an acceptance letter notebook. This is quite cute. I like this. Let me just take this off the end so we can see more of the design. Okay, so this has on the back, Mr. H. Potter, the cupboard under the stairs, number 4, Privet Drive, Little Whingin in Surrey. So that's the back of the notebook. On the front we have the Hogwarts stamp here with a wax seal, and then the notebook opens up like the letter probably would, if I can actually get my finger in it to do it. Okay, so the wax seal is actually like a magnet. This is actually quite hard to open. Why won't you open? Oh, there we go. Right, okay, so that is how it opens there, and that magnet right here is actually very powerful, and trying to open this is a little bit finicky, I'm not gonna lie. But I do like the sort of thought process between this. I thought this was a really cool idea. Inside then we've got all the animal symbols for all the houses. We've got a hippogriff by the look of it as well. We've got some H's, and we've got some glasses with a lightning bolt scar, some flying keys. Yeah, this is kind of cute. And then I'm assuming, oh no, okay, I was gonna say I'm assuming it's just normal lined paper, but it's not. It's got a Hogwarts crest on each page as well. And it actually is, the notebook is supposed to go that way. So it's not like that side of the notebook, it's that way around. That's quite cool, that's quite unique, I quite like that. And of course, when you're going back to school, you definitely need yourself a notebook. So this is a very, very cool item. I really like it. I think the thought process of this was quite fun and unique. Yeah, I'm really excited by that. Wiggly worms, wiggly worms, wiggly worms. Okay, what are you? Ooh, okay, here we go. Right, so let's pull you out. Oh, okay, this is actually not what I thought it was. I thought we were gonna get just like a house coin, but we did not. We actually got a house medal. This is quite cool. What is this? So we've got a bronze and blue. Loving the color choice. I may be wearing like grey today because I kind of thought that we got a lot of grey stuff because obviously the movie was blue and grey, but the book colors were blue and bronze. So we've got a blue and bronze medal with a beautiful eagle on here as well. I'm very, very pleased with the fact that we're using the right colors and the right animal for Ravenclaw House. Very pleased with that. And then we have on the other side is the stand that Dumbledore obviously uses, and it says sorted. So this is my sorting medal. I have now been sorted into Ravenclaw House, and I can wear my medal oh so proudly, which I will do for the rest of the video. I quite like that. That's quite different. I've never seen anything like this before. I like it. Okay, what are you? Oh, okay. I've seen this pop up recently. Geek Gear did have a little bit of an accident with, I think it was September's box. Where they were packing the boxes up and they've got a couple of items mixed up and they've put extra items into the September boxes that were meant for this box, and they obviously started to ship them. So we got a few extra items in the September box, or some people got a few extra items in the September box and they shouldn't have had them, really speaking. But I did see, I'm sure it was Leander Brooks that unboxed this on her channel. She ended up having one of these in her September box as like an extra item. But yeah, it is a tote bag with the Whomping Willow with the Ford Anglia that has crushed into the willow. That's quite cool. I do like the design on that actually. It does look a little bit to me like there's a bit on the top of the tree that kind of looks a little bit like a face. It's not got a face, it's just the way like the wood kind of is gone, but it does look like it has a little bit of a face. And she even looks like she has eyelashes. I pick up on the weirdest stuff. I'm in a really weird mood today. What can I say? Yeah, so this is the tote bag we got. I'm not a massive like tote bag user, but I do have friends that do use a lot of tote bags. So when I kind of get things like this, I tend to send them on to them because they get a lot more use out of them than I do. But this is a really cool design. And actually, someone told me the other day about turning tote bags like this into cushions. So maybe I could keep hold of this one and turn this into a cushion rather than a tote bag, because I'd get a lot more use out of it as a cushion cover than a tote bag. So that might be ideal. That's quite cool. I do really like the design on that though. I think that's a really nice design. Okay, next I'm seeing, what is this? Okay, so we have a licensed product. This is a Harry Potter Wizarding World jotter set. So I think this is like a pen and a little like notepad or something. Let me see. Okay, it is indeed that. So we have this golden quill, which is obviously a ballpoint pen. And then we have a little notebook as well. It says property of, it's got the Hogwarts crest on here. So obviously you can put your name in that little scrolly part. And then we have some plain notebook paper, if you will. So yeah, just all plain. Okay, and then what are these? I think these are stickers. Yes, these are stickers. So we've got a Hogwarts crest, we've got a lion, we've got a serpent, we've got a raven, and we've got a badger. So we've got 2 sets of those stickers. Yeah, I mean, it's the cute little set. It probably would appeal a little bit more to a younger witch or wizard rather than myself. I'm more of a fan of the, like, this kind of notebook than this kind of little set. But I definitely will use the quill pen. I think that's quite a nice little item. The notebook I probably wouldn't have a lot of use for, but I can see where they were going with it. And obviously the stickers are just stickers. My daughter will probably pinch those anyway because she loves a good sticker. Okay, I did get this one. This is the little extra item that I received in my September box. So this is a little Luna Lovegood bookmark. It's one of those little magnetic ones, so you literally just slip it over your page and it clips together a little magnet. And yeah, it keeps your page nice and safe. It doesn't dent your books, which is always handy. And yeah, it's really sweet. I did say when I unboxed this the first time around that I did like the little Luna character. It's like a little anime character, but it's still very recognizable as Luna. She's got a spectre spec, she's got a little iconic outfit and the quibbler. Yeah, this is really cute. That's the spoiler card. We'll move that out of the way. This is the last item. We have a print. I can't actually see what this print is. Let me see. Okay, so this is the print that we received. As you can see, it is a beautiful print of the Hogwarts castle and then the first year students going across the Black Lake in their little boats. And then it does say Harry Potter up in the corner there as well. Now, I do really like this. I think this is a really nice print. It's a nice size. It's not too like big, not too small. And obviously, as you guys know, I've mentioned this numerous times, I have all white picture frames. So with this kind of thing, I would have to reframe it. But that's not Geek Gear's fault. That's just because I'm slightly obsessed with white frames, so I'd have to change the frame over. But yeah, I do really like this print. I think it's a really, really nice one. You can kind of almost recognize some of the characters as well in their boats. You can clearly see Hagrid in the front, and then I can see Harry, Ron and Hermione, and a few of the other little characters as well. So this is really sweet. I actually do really like this. Okay, that was everything that we received in the back to school box. Let's quickly go through the cheat sheet before we sort of talk final thoughts and favorite items and things. So this one says, Back to School Limited Edition. Dear student, thank you for purchasing this Geek Gear Limited Edition Back to School box. We hope these dinky doodads and crafted curos bring you luck in your adventure into wizardry education, and that your school shopping list is made a little shorter. So the first item we had was the Wizardry High Street t-shirt. So close your eyes, you can hear the hustle and bustle of the streets, strangely comforting. You've never felt more welcomed. Then we had the licensed and exclusive Hogwarts and Black Lake framed print. Obviously the last item we just saw. Even with everything that you've seen, nothing feels quite as magical as this. I mean, I can always imagine like being a first year student seeing Hogwarts school for the very first time in those boats. That must just be like such an overwhelmingly magical thing to see. I would absolutely kill to be able to experience that just once in my life. But so then we have the Wizardry High Street Pub Hot Meal Token. I don't think I got that. Am I missing something? Have I gone through the box in its entirety? I will be back in a short while. Dig, 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 dig. Oh, I did. I missed it. Silly me. It was hiding under a big pile of wiggly worms. Let's get this out. Okay, so we have a coin. Okay, so this is a free hot meal token. And on the other side, oh no, it's exactly the same one. Oh no, it's not exactly the same on both sides. So on the one side, we've got a cauldron with like some green sludge coming out. And then on the other side, we've got a cracked cauldron there. It's obviously for the Leaky Cauldron. I like the concept of this. I think it's quite a sweet little design. The token around the edges is purple, and then we've got some like green details on the slime, and then some like almost like dark navy blue, I think, inside the cracked cauldron. I can definitely see this kind of being maybe a thing in the Leaky Cauldron. Obviously, if you've paid for your room and maybe a meal, and this would be the token that you get to claim your meal. Don't really see what it's got to do with going back to school though, unless you're staying at the Leaky Cauldron before you go back. But yeah, it doesn't scream back to school for me, but an interesting item nonetheless. The next item then was the Wizardry School Pet Owl plush. This was too cute. The very, very shocked Hedwig is really sweet. Then we had the Schoolhouse's Sorted Imitation Medal. A great sense of house pride washed over you. From the minute this was draped around your neck and the booming house name echoed through the student-filled hall, you knew this was no longer just a school. You were home. How very true. Then we have the Luxury Wizardry Broom Replica. Okay, so it's not actually a wand. It is actually a broom replica. I mean, it could work for both. I mean, it's long enough to be a wand, to be fair. But like I said, I probably will be displaying this as an actual broom replica rather than a wand. But yeah, this was absolutely awesome. I really, really like that item. Then we had the licensed and exclusive stationery set. That was this little set here. And the last item then was the Wizardry School Shop Bag for Life. A strange, most strange indeed. You pop some textbooks into the bottom of your bag, but the weight didn't change. You could have sworn you heard a swooshing noise, then a distant thump, almost as if a set of books hit stone flooring somewhere. So it's kind of like alluding to the whole extension charm that Hermione puts on her little bag. So this has an extension charm on it, so obviously you can put a lot more into it, and the weight of the bag does not change. So that would be interesting if that was a real thing. Definitely a cool item. Okay, and that is everything from the back to school box from Geek Gear Wizardry. Well, what is my final thoughts on this box? I mean, there were a couple of items that I didn't think necessarily said back to school. The little token for me was probably the least school-like sort of item. Obviously, this is something to do with the Leaky Cauldron. Was it Leaky Cauldron? Oh, I want to double check. Wizardry High Street Pub. So yeah, it would have been the Leaky. It doesn't actually say specifically the Leaky Cauldron on here, but yeah, the Leaky Cauldron obviously is the part of the doorway into Diagon Alley. So yeah, this is something that is not necessarily, for me anyway, a back to school item, but I can kind of see where they were going with it. It's kind of a cool item. It's quite a cool coin, but definitely not my favorite item, unfortunately. Thinking back to like the Geek Gear Wizardry's Creatures box, now that box was absolutely unbelievable. Really strong box, had some really great, really cool items in it. I think this one doesn't feel quite as magical as that one did, but it definitely had some really strong items. I really, like I said, did love the Hedwig plush. I thought that was a really sweet thing. The fact that you obviously get like a pet for you going into school, an owl being one of the most preferred ones. I absolutely adored this item. This is definitely my favorite item in the box. This is a really cool item, a really fun idea. The fact that it could potentially double up to a wand, and the fact that it is actually technically a replica broom, that has really made me happy. I'm really pleased with that. The tote bag was cute. The t-shirt, not so much. The t-shirt probably wasn't my favourite design. It just didn't say Harry Potter enough for me, this t-shirt. Overall, it's definitely not the strongest limited edition box that Geek Gear have done. But like I said, it did have some really cool items as well. So I'm not overall unhappy with this box. But yeah, maybe just a couple more items that maybe felt a little bit more like school time. But as always, guys, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. What did you make of the back to school Geek Gear Wizardry's limited edition box? Do pop me a comment down below and I'll reply to as many of you as I possibly can. If you did enjoy this video, then do please give it a magical thumbs up for me so that I know. And don't forget as well, if you haven't done already, to please hit the subscribe button to become part of my little magical community, and turn the notification bells on as well to be notified every time I upload a video. And I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye, you guys.